Yes.
Hello, my name is Hannah Polson, and this is my informative speech. Have any of you heard of Chance the Rapper, Macklemore, or Fetty Wap?
Yes.
Yeah.
These artists and rappers are examples of independent artists. Multiple sources have told me that being an independent artist is more beneficial than being signed to a record label. Today we will be talking about 3 topics: what an independent artist is, pros and cons of being an independent artist, and an independent artist and the achievements he has had over the last couple of years. After learning these 3 points, we will be more educated on being an independent artist. Alright, point 1. Okay, this is, what is an independent artist? Wikipedia has a page called Unsigned Artists where they describe and define an independent artist, a musician or musical group not under contract with a record label. Bands that release their own material on self-published CDs can also be considered unsigned bands. Often, unsigned bands primarily exist to perform at concerts. To make that more simple, independent artists are not signed to a record label because they do not want to sign a contract. Record labels control the CDs that they can put out, the concerts they can go to, and the songs they can put on their CDs, and the money they get to make their CDs. Next, we will be talking about the pros and cons of being an independent artist. We'll start with the cons so we can end on a good note with the pros. Wikipedia also has independent artists page where they list a couple cons of being an independent artist. Financially, it is very hard to make it as an independent artist. There's not that much advancement. You usually don't sign an artist because of the contract. Few album options, and independent artists don't get an entertainment lawyer that has that much experience. Next, we'll talk about the pros. On page 305 of Music Business Handbook and Career Guide, 8th edition, by Dr. David Baskerville, many genres start as an independent artist, just like rock and roll, rap, and alternative. If they did not start on the independent level, then we wouldn't have the music industry that we have today and like the way it's shaped us today. Next and lastly, we'll be talking about an independent artist and the achievements they have. Remember Chance the Rapper that I mentioned earlier? Well, he's an independent artist, and he came into the music industry in 2012 with his mixtape 10 Day. Recently, he came out with his 3rd mixtape, which is called Coloring Book. And recently, the Grammys have changed their rules that independent artists can also be nominated for Grammy Awards. So last year, he got nominated for 6 Grammys for his Coloring Book album and the songs he's been featured on. He won 3 out of those 6 Grammys. He won Best New Artist. He also won Best Rap / Song Performance for Ultralight Beam, which is featured on Kanye West's Life of Pablo CD, which has Kirk Franklin, Kelly Price, Chance the Rapper, and The Dream. Lastly, he also won Best Rap Album for Coloring Book. So, do you guys believe that it's more beneficial to be an independent artist or sign with a record label? It's a hard decision that artists have to make every day when they want to sign with a record label. So, thank you so much for listening.